Hello everyone, my name is Uthris and welcome back for another look at the current state of Elite Dangerous. So, I'm in the beta for Horizons, which is kind of the first expansion. They're calling it a season of content, and I call that an expansion. So, it is what it is. Essentially, the goal for this batch of updates in the upcoming year is for more in-depth gameplay in terms of planets. Now, planets have always been there, and there's always been a kind of a backdrop for Elite Dangerous. There's always something nice to look at. But now, with this pass/expansion, okay. Well, I guess I am being interdicted right now. That is rude. What do we got? We got a Cobra? Huh. Well, this is why it's called Elite Dangerous, I guess. I'm just gonna submit. Boost.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Maxing engines.
Scan detected.
Alright, there we go. Now he's just looking for my cargo, I guess, for some reason. And he'll probably leave us alone. Though I could kill him, most likely, if I really wanted to. Oh, those sound effects. In fact, you guys wanted to see me kill him. So, why don't we just do that? There we go. Get on his tail. We are in the more maneuverable ship. And I have plenty of lasers to deal with his shields.
Target shields offline.
Now shields... Lasers are great against shields. Not so much against the actual hull itself. So this part's gonna go a little bit slow. Oh, look at all that. Just nice laser fire on him. I haven't flown the Eagle in a while. It's one of the most agile ships in the game for sure. I've been kind of on the Federal Assault ship for a little while, which is, again, it's an agile ship as well, but this is definitely, it feels completely different. So he might be trying to run here.
Shields online.
Boost.
Afterburners. Maxing
I still
engines.
use voice attack, and we still have Astra as our main computer.
Target shields offline.
As I pass the guy. You know what? I'm just gonna let him go. This is taking a little too long of my time. I just don't have time to deal with him. What I want to do is show you planets. Not so much killing things. We've seen all that before. And so we're just gonna run from this guy. He's really a nobody. I don't think he's gonna be able to catch us at all. I'm really just waiting for my frameshift drive to come back online.
Frameshift drive charging.
A new feature is the fact that when modules are turned off, when you turn them back on, they have a warm-up period. So that's pretty interesting. Right. Now we're on our way back to the planned planet, hopefully. I hope it's a good one. I don't know. I've never been here. And we're coming in a little hot. So, as I was saying, with the whole group of expansions, it's about planets, hence the name Horizons. And right now, it's all non-atmospheric planets and moons we can land on. And they are, procedurally generated just like the rest of the galaxy. As you can see, this one is, I believe this one is a metal-rich planet. And you can see it's just covered in meteorite strikes and craters from constant abuse of that nature. Now there's a bunch of things you can do on planets right now. There's quests. There are mining you can do for new materials for the first set of craftable things to do in the game. And there's also bases that you can raid, and pretty much everything that you can do in space you can pretty much do on the ground, whether you're flying or driving your SRV around. But let's go ahead and watch as we come in here. It is relatively load screen free. There is a little bit of background loading going on, of course, but right now we are in full control of our ship. And as things just load in over time, as we get closer, we get actual kind of like a flight HUD that we would see in kind of modern air vehicles. So we have our craters kind of potting the landscape, and then also some mountain ranges in the background there. But what I'm interested in is this crater here. So this crater might have something interesting. It might not. You never know. But it's pretty cool that there's a little bit of a mountain side of it. Looks like a fairly large object. I mean, we're going 3 kilometers a second right now. And here's a little bit of the background loading. And now it's done, and we're essentially in glide mode, which is just kind of like a loose flying mode, you could say. It's a little drifty. And we'll just slow down here as more terrain loads. It's a little dusty in here, as you can see. Boost. So the nice thing about planets and being able to fly down to them is, one, you get to actually appreciate how quickly your spacecraft move. So you can actually see the terrain go by, and it's rather interesting to watch. We're coming in a little hot. You can land anywhere on planets, and that's kind of what I'm planning on doing right now. Just to show you guys a little bit of the SRV, which is the buggy that you can drive around on. Let's see if this is a suitable landing spot.
Landing gear deployed.
It is. Now we're aligned to the ground. I'll just touch down. You can just hear those engines shut off. The sound effects in this game has always just been top notch, in my opinion. And now we'll just hop into SRV very quickly. The SRV is folded up and stored in your cargo container. And you just get lowered down. Your wheels kind of unfold. And then you're on the surface. New HUD, of course. We have the flight HUD, which is included as kind of a nice thing because your SRV does have boosters. You can hover a little bit. And we have a new map at the bottom that shows the actual terrain that we're driving over. And then a scanner. In the scanner you'll see things kind of just start appearing. And what that is there's something in that direction causing the scanner to be notified. But I don't want to go that way. I want to show you guys our ship, for one. This is what the Eagle looks like from the surface. You can see kind of how big it is. It is one of the smaller fighters in the game, though. But definitely big enough for a person to live in, really, and become a spacefaring person. Let's reverse here. There you go. So that's a good view of the Eagle. Mine's red. It's fancy. And now we'll just head into this crater and see if there's anything good to find. It could be mining materials. It could be really anything. Now, we're not quite in a full G environment, so I'll probably be getting kind of larger bits of air than normal. And I am going full speed, which generally isn't always advised. Driving is not the easiest thing to get used to in Elite. You know, we've been flying for so long in space that it's just a little bit weird again. Oh, go. Woo, okay, just about tipped over there. And this is pretty steep. I mean, this is like a 15-degree incline in areas, all the way down to like a 40. So it's pretty rough terrain going into these craters and ravines, if you find a ravine to go in. But you can see I can kind of use these boosters to slow me down, keep me safe from taking too much falling damage. Okay. Well, I just successfully did a front flip, completely without meaning to. Let's show you guys the turret a little bit, though. So the turret, just the standard weapon attached to the top here. I actually have full control of my SRV still, which is pretty nice. And we can just cruise around. Oh god, that's weird. That's too weird. So let's get out of turret view here. Please stop. No. There we go. So it took a little bit of damage from just tumbling around. And you can see our scanner's actually making a little bit more noise. So we're going to go ahead and investigate slightly to the right of us. As soon as my joystick starts working again. I need a new one. This thing's breaking. It's just not a very good one. It's one of the cheap ones you can get at like Walmart. But it's just something I wanted for the game. So I might get an actual HOTAS kind of set up here soon. At least that's the plan. So we'll just kind of tumble down here. You can see kind of the level of detail that they have on the terrain. And I think are we actually going back towards our ship? No. Our ship actually just took off, I believe. When you get far enough away from it, it will go back into orbit, and you can just recall it back down. So your ship is relatively safe when you're on the surface. So let's keep maneuvering down this giant crater. Would have been a little amazing to see what caused this giant hole to begin with. Okay, so we're getting close. You can see that little ping is getting tighter and brighter. Oh, target.
Locking onto target.
There's something. So this is kind of just a mineable rock. And this gives us resources to spend on the first set of crafting, which I can show you here in a second. Wow, my thing stopped working again. A little crazy. And to mine, I just shoot at it. Wow, this joystick is not working right now. I don't know why. I'll have to look at it later. We can see we just get a little bit of material. Deploy cargo scoop.
Deploying cargo scoop.
You just, run it over and you'll pick it up if I can. Come on, reverse. There we go. There we go. We got one. And so we got carbon. And carbon, if we look over to our cargo hold here, we can supply our ammo using these craftable resources that we find, repair our SRV, and also refuel our SRV. So it's just good information to know. This is what the basic crafting is going to be used. You can also increase the jump range of your ships, refuel your ammunition for your ships, and also repair modules, I believe, with these materials. So that's a pretty cool thing to do. So let's just keep on cruising for a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to make my way towards that mountain there. I've been driving for quite a while. I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm at half fuel tank on the SRV here. Worst case scenario, I had to blow some resources to actually refuel, or possibly call my ship down and hope it can land near me. So we'll see where this goes. I don't know really what's down there. I don't even know how big that mountain is. It's deceptively tiny from this far away. Uh-oh. Here we go. Nice big hole. And something else is picking up on my sensor. So I'm just gathering things and just rolling around, and I'll be back if there's anything cool to see. Alright guys, I've been driving for quite a while down this hill, and it doesn't even feel like I've gotten much closer. The terrain has changed though. We are in a little bit more of a rolling hill type of thing. It's not nearly as jagged as the crater rim, so that's a good thing. But I'm a little tired of trying to navigate this thing. It's a little tiring on my hand to make all these tiny adjustments all the time. So what I'm going to do is just recall my ship here, and let's see, there we go. Let that recall, and what will happen is our eagle should give it a little bit. Should technically come down and find a nice spot to land. Generally you can hear it when it kind of comes in the area. Oh, there it is. Looks like he's gonna go land over there. And then the computer will just put it down, and we'll just drive on over to it. There we go. Okay. Come on. Easy does it. Man. This terrain has just been killer on my grip on this joystick. Okay. There we go. I'm in a hurry because taking off is pretty much the last thing we have to do. I would have showcased probably some missions and everything, but we just don't have time in an episode such as this to do something like that. So let me just reverse a little bit here and get stuck. Come on. Is it my wheel? I think my wheel's stuck on the right side. Reverse a little bit more. There we go. Except for it didn't want to stop, which is great. Okay, no. This joystick, I'm telling you guys, I'm getting a new one because this one's a piece of crap. I wish you could see how annoying it was to do what I'm doing. Okay, we're actually under it now. Jesus, this is taking a while to get used to. Driving with a joystick is just not something I should be doing. So we'll go ahead and just get back in our ship and fly on out of here. Okay. There we go. And you can see just how far, I mean, just that mountain was. I mean, it's a little ridiculous to think about.
Landing gear retracted.
And we're going like 300, 400 meters a second, and so to get our SRV just over here would have been quite a drive. So I think that's gonna do us for this quick look at the Horizons beta. If you guys enjoy the video, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more gaming goodness. Ow, as I just slam into the mountain. Good thing we have shields. If you guys want to see more Elite, I can go ahead and do that for you guys. But otherwise, we'll just go back to our normal kind of schedule, and I might highlight some more cool things at another time. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.